Konniya! Konniya everyone! A tomato-loving catgirl of all trades. My name is Kisa Niya, and together with me is my bestie best friend, Erin! Hi, Erin!
Howdy.
Hi. This is the only stream this week as I've been taking a mini break, a mini hiatus, if you will, this week. And the funniest, not funny thing is that in the middle of the week, like, I've been chilling, I've been resting, but then in the middle of the week, I got, like, the worst possible headache ever. Like, I felt like the middle of my forehead has been, is being banged by hammers, and ever since then, like, the headache did pass, but I've been pretty dizzy. So honestly, I have no idea what my schedule is going to look like next week, but I do really want to, at the very least, stream Planet Zoo, starting my very first franchise mode zoo. I've been playing the tutorials, I've been building a couple of my own zoos in Planet Zoo. So I am really excited to start the franchise mode on stream. Let me say hi to everyone. Hi, Shizuka and Mao. Welcome. So nice to see you, besties. But yeah, so today we are back with more Umineko episode 2. I honestly do not remember where we ended last time.
Well, if I recall correctly, Beato is here. She, this iteration, she is actually physically on the island. People can see her.
She entered the mansion through the entrance.
Yep. And so, she's in a spiffy, casual outfit, with stripy socks and a cane. She looks so fucking good.
She looks so good. She has long boots and striped socks and the tattoo on her thigh, a badass cane instead of her usual, what's that thing called? Pipe?
Her usual ball gown. Yeah.
Her pipe.
Yep.
She's like really serving it.
Yep. And I think that the last thing that we saw was she was trying to get Kanon to like kind of submit.
That's right.
And she said, if you do, then I'll spare Shannon. I won't choose her as one of the sacrifices. So since Kanon loves her more,
she made Kanon bow down and kiss her boots or something.
Yeah.
She's so bad. She's such a baddie. Hi, Indy. So nice to see you.
Hi, Indy.
Hi, yo. Welcome. But yeah, let's just jump right into it. When lunch ended, the relatives moved to the parlor. Rosa has bought a high-class brand of black tea from a famous store in Ginza. Thank you for lurking, Aquarius. So nice to have you here, even for a little bit. Thank you for checking in. Thank you for lurking, Shizu. That had been prepared, and the inside of the parlor was filled with a very nice aroma. Since the children were together with the adults tried to interact like relatives on the surface, talking peacefully about recent events and how their children were growing. Beato was business last time. She was, like, not holding back. Holding my ear. It had started raining outside, so the children couldn't do anything but sit here like this, watching TV, unable to go outside. Maria continued watching a boring daytime program without getting bored, going cat-cow all by herself like a TV kid. TV kid Maria. At first, Battler joined in, apparently deepening his relationship with Maria. But he had gotten up early that morning and was therefore attacked by a wave of drowsiness. Uh-oh, Battler's not beating the EP allegations. Thank you so much for lurking, Frosh. Thank you for coming, even for a little bit. Battler EP moments.
So EP.
大きなあくびだね。
I do that. Haha, I do that.
朝がずいぶん早かったんじゃないのかい？
ま、そんなとこだよ。緊張が解けて、雨の音を聞いてるうちに眠くなってきちまった。
緊張あんだけ態度でかそうにしてて緊張なんてしてたのかよ。
一応俺なりにはな。
Pelt him with a monster cans. They'll perk him up. When were energy drinks invented anyway?
That's a good question. I'm sure there had to be something in the 80s.
True. Butler gave a great yawn once again and slowly lay down on the sofa. He really did look tired. Oh, Battler, you're about to get so much more tired.
It's gonna be a long day for Battler.
It's gonna be a long weekend.
The longest
Weekend that
weekend of his
never
life.
ends, perhaps. George and the others had tried talking to him, thinking it was a sign of boredom, but when they realized he really was sleepy, they decided to let him be. Also, I'm sure some of you saw me posting it just now, but I am really excited to announce that I will be streaming Planet Zoo starting next week. I made this really cute thumbnail. I'm going to start it completely from scratch, completely from blank state, so I really hope you will tune in and watch me struggle as I go building my very first franchise zoo in Planet Zoo. It's a really, really gorgeous game. Like, the detailization of the animals is insane. I don't know if you've seen anything of this game, but it's like, it's insane that this is like a game and not just like educational videos. They are like that good. And I've been a Zoo Tycoon kid forever and ever. I played both the first one and the second one. Especially Zoo Tycoon Marine Mania was like a big favorite one. Unfortunately, Zoo Tycoon 3 turned out to be like complete shit, so I kind of lost my interest in the franchise for a bit. But then Planet Zoo swooped right in. It's from a completely different developer, but basically Planet Zoo is like everything and more that I've expected out of Zoo Tycoon 3. So I'm like overjoyed. I had to shell out a good old like $50 or something on it. It does have some DLCs. Most DLCs cost like $10 or something. I did not have all of them because they are quite expensive to get all of them. Like, if you want the whole package, it's like $200 altogether. Yeah. And I'm like kind of low on cash right now.
Yikes!
But it would be nice, like, if people do like me playing those streams, it would be so nice to like be gifted more DLCs on stream. But yeah, anyway, I hopefully I will feel good enough next week to stream it. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming anything else. Aaron has other plans next week, so Umineko is going to take a little break next Sunday.
Yeah, I was invited by a friend who lives in her. Well, she doesn't live in the top part of our state, but she's from the top part of our state, and her hometown is in the path of totality for the solar eclipse that's happening on Monday.
Wow, that's so amazing.
So, yeah, so she invited me, so we're gonna go see it.
That's so awesome. I hope you have a wonderful time.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it'll be really cool. I'm looking forward to it.
Ah, that's so cool. Yeah, you definitely don't want to miss stuff like that.
Yeah. So that's where I'll be next week, and I also am going to dip out a little early this week because it's Easter, and I am going over to my parents' house to celebrate. So I will be leaving after the first hour here today.
Yeah. So let's not waste any more time and keep reading.
食事の後にすぐ横になるとサバになると申しますよ。
He's gonna become a mackerel. Battler mackerel Sona. Her laugh is like really getting me.
Her laugh is so good.
冗談よせやい。ゴーダさん、今夜は子牛のステーキだって言ってたぜ。
Mistake.
サバのステーキになっちまう。
熊沢さん、こいつ本当に眠いらしい。毛布を持ってきてあげてくれないかな。
さあ、どうぞ。
Kumasawa brought a blanket over from the shelf. The wide parlor wasn't cold, but the air had gotten a little chilly. So when Battler took the blanket, he immediately wrapped himself up in it like a little turtle. I want to see Battler all burritoed up in a blankie.
Thank you.
I gotta be so cute.
Battler cute moments.
本当に眠かったんだね。何時かに起きる？起こしてあげるよ。
あ、いや、特に希望は。なんか用があったら起こしてくれりゃいいし。
Wake me up when the bodies start dropping.
Right.
The bodies start hitting the floor. Battler Rap Supreme eats him.
なんにもねえんなら、ずっと眠らせてくれりゃいいぜ。
Sleeping Beauty.
おやすみ。
おやすみ。
バトラー寝ちゃうの？お昼ね。マリアもする。
So cute.
Oh, Maria.
バトラは眠いんだから放っておいてあげなきゃ。
I mean, she just wants to sleep as well.
熊沢さん、もう
Yeah.
一枚毛布をもらえるかな。
There, EB. It was doubtful that Maria really wanted to take a nap. She probably saw Battler wrapped up in a blanket and wanted to do the same. When she
Understandable.
received the blanket from Kumasawa, she joyfully wrapped herself up in it and set up camp again in front of the TV. Maria being all cozy and blinking in front of the TV.
So cute.
Cute.
せっかく6年ぶりにいとこがみんな揃ったってのによ。こいつ今回の親族会議の主賓だって自覚全然ねえな。
聞こえてるぞ。
Why would he be the main guest instead of Kinzo? Oh, because Kinzo
Well, 'cause
lives here.
Yeah.
昼飯を食って、しかも外は台風で雨。何もすることがねえってことは、つまり、俺の出番じゃねえってことさ。
それはどうかな。何も起こらないから何もしないなんて受け身の姿勢じゃ人生は退屈だよ。
違うぜ。そういう意味じゃない。なんつうのかな。こういう時、俺はこう思うことにしてる。出番じゃねえんだよ。こいつがお芝居だったならさ、俺の出番じゃねえってことなんだよ。
What a bizarre way to put this. This is like so meta, you know?
Oh, the meta keeps on coming.
Oh man.
だったら、舞台袖でおとなしくしてるに限るってわけさ。
自分の人生はいつだって自分が主人公だろ。そんな脇役根性でどうすんだよ。
Oh, I'm just a cat passing on the street.
自分から進んで舞台に上がらなきゃ。
I'm the black and white cat crossing the street, leaving you wondering if this good luck or bad luck. I am medium luck.
Medium luck. Like those fortunes you get at shrines.
Yeah, Chukichi. That's me.
Chukichi cat.
Chukichi cat.
Kitty cat.
Kitty cat. But yeah, obviously, I don't believe in any cat being unlucky.
No, of course not.
Meeting a cat is always lucky, because, I mean, come on, there's a cat.
You get to meet a cat. It's the best day if you get to meet a cat.
Yeah.
今は俺の出番じゃねえって言いたいのさ。
So true. I do that.
悪いな。眠くて思考がめちゃくちゃだ。勘弁してくれ。
まにゃまにゃ。
まにゃまにゃまにゃ。
確かに
まにゃ。
眠くてなんだか尻滅裂なことを言ってるね。もうそっとしてあげようよ。
私は聞き捨てならねえぜ。自分の人生はいつだって自分が主人公だよ。ちょっとそのあたり本格的にバトラと議論したいけどな。
Leave it alone. He's just taking a nap. Is that so awful? Thorin, thank you so much for coming. Welcome. Konniya. Enjoy your stay.
寝ぼけてるだけだよ。深く考えちゃダメさ。
なんかさ、
Exactly.
自分は主役になれないから舞台に上がりたくないみたいな根性。なぜだかすっげえうぜえって思って。
With distant eyes, Jessica gazed out the window at the gray rose garden obscured by rain. When she put her forehead up against the glass, it felt as though the pleasantly cool sensation chased away the memories that she didn't want to remember.
まだ君の出番じゃなかったってことなのか。
What if they never cry? Hi, Swaggers. Thank you so much for coming. Hope you enjoy the stream. Konniya. Uminekos do be crying. They do be nakuing.
Don't you worry.
いつ君は舞台に上がるんだよ。
Why is she getting so worked up about it?
She may. Well.
Keep your secrets then. In that case, who are you saying is the main character on stage? Beato. Get sucked into vortex,
も
idiot.
うやりたい放題じゃねえかよ。なんだこりゃよ。めちゃくちゃじゃねえか。
Two of them.
そなたがわらわを否定する根拠とする18人だの19人だのという理論が実に滑稽だったのでな。指し手を変えてみたまでよ。そなたがわらわを否定する最大の根拠は単にわらわが駒としてゲーム盤に並ばなかったからというだけのこと。ならばこうしてクイーンを先に指せばいいだけの話ではないか。初手にてクイーンに道を開けるはチェスの王道ではないか。
ふざけやがって。こんなの認められるわけねえじゃねえかよ。魔女が歩いて玄関からやってきただと。
So she did.
ふざけるじゃね
え。なんだなんだ。前回のゲームではそなたに散々自由に手を進めさせたぞ。こたびはわらわがそなたの手に合わせて駒を動かしたに過ぎん。初手にてもう降参か。
くそったれ。ふざけるな。誰が降参なんかするかってんだ。上等な指し手だぜ。好きに進めればいいじゃねえか。
just noticed that my coffee alert thingy disappeared. So let me just... There we go. What are you meowing at me for? What?
Meow. I hear the mouse.
Meow meow. Hello.
I got the beast.
The beast! The beast is here!
Say something.
Meow!
She's shy.
She's shy! Oh, shy baby.
Shy baby.
Oh.
Keep your kitty secrets then.
なるほどな。まだまだお前の手番は終わってないってわけだ。好きに手を進めりゃいい。今のうちに十分な陣形を築いとけ。俺が必ずしのぐ。必ず詰める。言い訳なんてされたくねえ。存分に来やがるってんだ。
Are they? You know.
Oh, I know.
まだまだこの程度じゃ魔女なんて認められるわけがねえぜ。そうさ。さっきマリアのお菓子を魔法で直したように見えたが、実は同じお菓子をもう一つ懐に忍ばせていて、芝居がかった方法ですり替えて、あたかも魔法で直したみたいに見せただけかもしれない。
I'm getting like low-key secondhand embarrassed watching Battler deny magic from inside the magic dimension.
Yeah. It's rough.
What are you doing?
ああ、そうさ、そうに決まってる。ダメだぜ。全然ダメだぜ。
全然ダメだぜ。
It's gonna cover the whole screen at this rate. Battler addicted to yapping. Hi, Kupo. Thank you so much for coming. Konniya. Hope you enjoy the stream.
ほうほう。
ほほ
ローザは歌詞が蝶に散る瞬間を見たぞ。
知らねえよ。そんなのは幻覚か手品か。さもなきゃ見間違いだろ。大した問題じゃねえ。
説明のつかぬ部分はさまつと切り捨てたか。なるほど、それがそなたの受け手であるな。墓穴を掘ったぞ、後ろ宮バトラ。
バトラ。
ほら。
お前の手番はまだ先だぞ。もうしばらくわらわの手番を進めさせてもらう。まだまだこれからだぞ、魔女の手番は。
Her whimsy is unmatched. Would you like to take over?
When they started hearing Battler snores, the relatives went their separate ways, leaving the parlor and letting Battler sleep in silence. Even though it had been so lively in the parlor with so many people gathered there, when all of them scattered at once and were sucked into the vast mansion, it created an eerie silence with no sound except that of the rain.
いや、そんな人間には一度も会ったことはないぜ。姉貴は
会ったことなんてないわ。キリエさん、本当なの？
私もちょっと玄関ホールに出た時に挨拶をしただけです。20歳ちょっとくらいに見えたわ。私は名乗ったんだけど彼女は名乗らなかった。源氏さんに案内されて2階へ登っていくのを見たの。
なら源氏さんを見つけて直接話を聞いた方が早いやろ。しかし妙な雲行きになってきよったな。
The mystery woman had spoken to Kirie. Without naming herself, she had sneered that Kirie should have had a vague idea. And the person that brought to mind was her lookalike, the witch of the portrait.
The portrait changed there for a moment.
Sure did.
So crazy.
そいつは自分が肖像画の魔女様だとそう言いたいってのかよ。
She did not say anything, but she also did not deny anything.
Correct. She's letting them spin their wheels.
私はそういう意味で笑ったんだろうと理解したわ。私とは初対面でも私があなたの5歳だと知っているような口ぶりだった。
Yeah, like she didn't have to say that she was Rudolph's second wife, but she did.
姉貴、本当にそんな奴は知らないんだな。
くどいわよ、そんな金髪女。この屋敷に出入りしたところなんて見たこともない。
そんなようなことはどうでもええで。問題はその女が自分はベアトリーチェだと名乗り、お父さんの財産管理人を名乗った場合の方や。
They really are just worried about money. Like, they do not care about the prospect of the witch of the painting being real. They're like, but what about the money?
Like, what? Fucking whatever. Does that mean I get my money?
But what about the money, though?
あるいは愛人の娘を自称して遺産の分配を要求するつもりかしら。いずれにせよとんでもないジョーカーが紛れ込んだものね。
Wait, hold on. The cat is being naughty.
Kitty.
Baby, you're gonna upset Charlie if you keep doing this. You can play with this wrap if you want. Go play with the wrap instead, baby. Okay.
兄さんが呼んだの？それともお父様が？
まずいな。
She invited herself in, I'm afraid.
よ。
俺たちは兄貴をうまく言いくるめりゃなんとかできるものと思ってきた。
Ah, thank you for redeeming the silly glasses.
しかしこれじゃ話が振り出しに戻っちまう。
あなたが私の知らないところでどんな策謀を巡らしてたのか知らないけれど、どうも少しは対策を立てる時間を得られたみたいね。
ああ、その金髪姉ちゃんが晩飯の席で突然現れて俺らの度肝を抜くのに比べたら、今からわずかの時間でも対策を協議できる方がマシだ。
何しに現れたかわからへん以上、打てる対策も限られとるで。
Kitsy's having a good old time with the plastic wrap.
I hear that. Somebody's having a great day.
Hope
That's
it's
okay.
not too loud. Hi,
she's having
Scroning!
fun.
So nice to see you again. Thank you so much for coming. Konniya!
向こうの狙いは何なんや。
決まってるでしょ。お父様の遺産の正当な後継者だと言い張るためよ。お父様は未だにベアトリーチェの虜なのよ。その娘がいたなら全財産を譲りたいと言い出すはずだわ。妙な遺言状でも突きつけてくるかもしれない。
Yeah, Kenzo would love to give up all of his mortal possessions up for Beato. Just to see her.
Absolutely no question. He'd do it in a heartbeat.
裁判沙汰にすれば 半分の4分の1は主張できるかもしれないけど、多分決着するまで遺産分割はできなくなるわよ。それは困る。私もルドルフももちろんローザもね。
俺たちはそれぞれの都合で早急にまとまった金がいる。俺たち最大のウィークポイントってわけだ。なら狙いは何だ？キリエ、読めるか？
初耳なんだけれど、私たちには急ぎまとまったお金が必要だという前提があるのね。
It's I'm honestly really surprised that Kiria does not know about Rudolph's company matters.
Yeah. You would think that he would have confided in her.
Yeah, like, just like Eva and Hideyoshi, I expected them to be quite, like, in each other's business like that, related to work.
キリエさん、男の商売には攻めの時にこそ軍資金がいるようになることもあるんや。それを分かってえな。
なーにルドルフ、キリエさんには話してなかったの？
Even they are surprised.
Yeah.
隠してたわけじゃないんだ。実はちょいとした。
いいわ。あなたが私に話す必要がないと判断した話なんだから、それをこの場では追求しない。それよりキュームは黄金の魔女様の狙いを探ることなんでしょ？
She's such a girl boss.
Kirie is
Obsessed
awesome.
with her.
ああ、俺たちの話を整理した上で敵の撃ってくる手が見えるか。
Butler has the coolest stepmom in the world.
Rudolph had a certain measure of trust in Kirie's unique thinking technique, chessboard thinking.
Chessboard mentioned, let's go!
Of course, it didn't give him any more peace of mind than fortune telling. But every time Rudolph was polishing up some important strategy, he would give a great deal of thought to Kirie's advice. For a while, Kirie pressed her finger against her forehead, considering.
今日の今日まで彼女が訪れることが伏せられていた以上、彼女は私たちに何らかのサプライズを与える目的があった。それが財産なのか、親族としての認知なのかは分かりかねるわ。でも今日の今日まで訪れることを伏せていたということは、事前に知らせることで対応を打たれたくなかったと言えるかもしれない。ということは、彼女の目的は対応を打たれると不利になるものらしい。
Well, let me comprehend the smartness. Ah, I see.
She needs the element of surprise.
Is what they think.
わかる？
Yes.
なるほどな。例えば親父が以前に書かせた遺言状そのものだとか、血縁の認知とそれを証明できるものだとか、そういうものを持ってきたと仮定して、それが揺るぎないもので盤石な証拠だというなら、むしろそれは予告するはずだろうよ。
So they think that she doesn't really have any rock solid strategy. But
Yeah.
like, she also does not care about money. She wants to
fuck with him.
She wouldn't need proof because she does not fucking care.
そうね。
But they don't know that. They are money brained. Rich people problems.
むしろ疑う立場にある私
Freaking
た
rich
ちに
people.
弁護士でも鑑定士でも連れてこさせて。
They're still thinking in terms of wills and lawyers and assets. And Beatrice's like, yeah,
Girl, I don't care
fucking
about any of that.
グーの音も出ないくらいに事実を突きつけるべきなのよ。
But also, can't she just, like, will a lawyer for herself into existence? Like that?
I would think.
それができるなら
But
ね。
it's not fun for her. She's not an ace attorney. She's not a Beatrice ace witch.
Nope. That's not her angle.
Beato using money as burning paper for smoking. Yeah, Beato just taking fat stacks of money and making them into fattest blunts you've ever seen.
つまり奇襲狙いという時点で敵は真正面からの正攻法では勝てんちゅうことを意味するわけやな。道理や。
Wait, hold on, I gotta Google something. But yeah, I'm just imagining Beatrice as that one meme of Team Fortress 2 spy with a shit ton of cigarettes in his mouth. That's Beato, except all of the cigarettes are made of money. Well, money.
絶対勝てる切り札は堂々と切るに限るで。回りくどい切り方はむしろ切り札を曇らせるもんや。
結論から言うと、皆さんがご就寝の遺産問題に直接もしくは間接的に絡む相当のサプライズが突きつけられると予想されるわね。おそらく向こうはそのインパクトだけでこちらを圧倒できるつもりでいる。しかしその何かは相当のインパクトを伴いながらも絶対ではない。
つまりそこがこちらのつけ込む余地というわけね。
あんたはほんま頭の切れるお人や。これだけでも分かればだいぶ心強いで。つまり相手のペースに飲み込まれるなっちゅうことやな。
結局のところ非常にシンプルな結論よ。相手が何を切り出そうとも焦らず冷静に対応する。交渉術の初歩の初歩じゃない。これじゃあ相手の思考を読めたとはとても言えないわ。
I really do love Hideyoshi's accent. Like, I'm really weak when it comes to Kansai, Osaka Ben, and the such. But I just cannot stop thinking that he literally just decided to adopt that accent as some kind of sig business strat. Like,
so
who
funny.
does that? Who does that?
いいや。
秀吉。
相変わらずなかなかのもんだぜ。こちらに攻める余地があると分かれば余裕も変わってくるってもんだ。
わからないのは彼女とクラウス兄さんの関係ね。クラウス兄さんにとってもサプライズなのか、それとも彼女を呼んだのは他でもないクラウス兄さん自身なのか。もし後者だったなら随分と厄介なことになるかもしれないわよ。
そうね。謎の女を親族会議の当日にこっそり呼びつける。
Mystery woman.
いやらしいセンスがどことなく兄さんっぽい感じもする。
兄貴、こうしよう。女の正体がはっきりと証明できない限り、俺らはその女のいかなる身分も認めない。
それが最善ね。現に桐江さんに対して名乗ってすらいない正体不明の女の発言で私たちの会議がかき回されちゃたまらないわ。
血縁証明でも示してみせるかもしれんで。お父さんの血が流れてることが例えば母子手帳でも示されたらどうにもならん。
証明物なんかいくらでも偽装を疑える。仮にそれが本物だったとしても当人が本人だと証明するには病院沙汰にしなきゃならん。少なくとも今の六軒島でそれを証明することは不可能だ。
その通りね。つまりこういうことよ。今の六軒島では何が示されても真実だと受け入れることはできない。台風が去って叱るべき場所で証明してみせるまで何も信じられないって。
そういうので上げ足を取りまくるのは姉貴の得意技だな。任せるぜ。
バカ言ってんじゃないわよ。
Her, are you an idiot? Me, a picture of her doll.
あんたも協力するのよ。私たちにはお金がいる。それも急ぎ、まとまった額が。私たちは運命共同体よ。こんなところで、ひょっこり現れた謎の女に遺産のあてをぶち壊されてたまるもんですか。
Rudolph and Ava always grew united as siblings in times like these. Sickened by the idea that their own inheritance might be snatched away by an outsider. Kirie noticed how indomitable they looked, swung her head slightly to the side, and gave a small sigh as she looked out the window. Outside, there was still a strong rain falling, and everything was gray, having lost all vibrance. It felt like the lush garden that the sun had shone on earlier had been no more than a lie. For some reason, the words Ava had said just a short while ago kept repeating in Kirie's head. So, in other words, it's something like this. No matter what is shown to us now on Nokenjima, it can't be accepted as truth. There was an odd nuance to those words. Right now, this island was closed off by the typhoon and isolated. They had no official connections and no hospital. So on this island, no matter what manner of proof with any relation to the outside world was shown, one could claim that it was fiction. It was impossible to prove that something was the truth. They were cut off from the outside world, and any truth that must be proven in the outside world would be called fiction. So did that mean that now, on this Nokenjima, there was nothing that was truthful?
Well, you know what they say, that truth is stranger than fiction.
Sure is. That everything would be controlled by fiction? It almost gave the illusion that separate from the human world made from truth was another world called fiction, in which they had been shut away.
Perhaps. Mayhaps.
Perhaps. Kirie remembered what that woman had looked like one more time.
The Umineko zone.
This is so
Imagine
real.
this.
You have now entered.
You have now entered the Umineko zone.
The Umineko zone.
I've been watching Twilight Zone a lot lately with Charlie. It's really fun. I watched an episode recently that a lot of people speculate was the basis for the Good Place show.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. And like there was one moment at the end that really like made me think that it just might be.
That's so cool.
You would be surprised how much stuff, like later shows, have been inspired by a certain Twilight Zone episodes. And some people admit it outright, some writers, some do not. But there's just like so much good material in Twilight Zone, really.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was hugely influential. Yeah.
It's amazing. It's really...
That's so cool.
It's really enjoying watching it.
Nice. And she remembered the woman's figure and the witch of the portrait. On this island, which had been isolated from the world of humans and shut away in the world of non-humans, a non-human being had visited.
It is really like,
she's contemplating this.
She's really making really nice conclusions right away. She's so smart.
Mm-hmm. He's a smart cookie.
Like, honestly, I wish she was the main character.
Just you wait. No matter what she did, Kirie couldn't help but think of that smile that had appeared on that woman's face as anything other than a thing of misfortune. Yup. It feels like my chessboard thinking mistook a vital premise.
Deuteragonist Kirie. Yeah.
Now that I try to understand that smile of misfortune.
Like Kiria's status as a stepmother is really interesting too, because like obviously stepmothers are being portrayed in very weird ways, like either as, you know, the typical villainous evil stepmother or a stepmother that's like inevitably raises like traumatic memories for the main character of their birth mother. And usually it's kind of like limited to that, and they don't really dig too much into the actual personhood of the stepmother. And like, I'm sure Battler has some things to say about his birth mom later on, but it does not at all negate Kiria's own character, which is really awesome.
Yeah, not at all. Kiria is a cool character.
Yeah.
That's right. That smile seems like that of something not human looking down on me. I have reasons based on the assumption that my opponent was a human like us. However, just like this island now, she may be a being that is not human, and human values may not matter for her.
We stand Kiria. Like, while they were bickering about money, she was thinking about the real stuff.
In that case, all reasoning is useless.
Exactly.
Now you're getting it. For what reason has the witch been invited here today? Only one thing is certain.
Like, Kitty is doing all this thinking, and she already came to the conclusion that's their reality, and Battler is snugly wrapped up in a blanket.
Battler's asleep!
He's a CP.
He's a CP boy.
That's like really hilarious.
It's really funny. Oh, this episode is really funny.
It's not his time to be the main character, it's Kiria's.
Now, in this instant, she is staying somewhere in this vast mansion.
Just ask Genji.
Yeah, right? Like, go
know.
get Genji and be like, what the hell is going on? He'll tell you.
Maria, 今日のお昼にお外で私たち会ったわよね。
With that, though, I do have to peace out.
Oh, you gotta go?
Yeah, gotta go.
Oh, thank you so much for joining me today, even for a little bit.
Yeah, of course. I didn't want to miss 2 weeks in a row, so it was important to me to be here today.
Yeah, I love Umineko. I feel like I laughed so hard today, so much.
Yeah, no, it's such a good time. I will watch the rest when I get back, so I'm all caught up for the next time we stream. I hope that everybody has a good day and that you enjoy the time on Rokkenjima. Enjoy the time in general, but enjoy your time on Rokkenjima.
And go enjoy your Easter dinner.
Yeah, thank you. I gotta go because I am in charge of dessert. I'm making lemon pound cake. Oh, thank you for pets. Thank you.
Get pat. Yeah, I will be patiently waiting for the pictures of the lemon pound cake. Erin's like really good at baking. It's always a treat to see the photos of what you whip up. But yeah, not to hold you here any longer. Love you, bestie. Bye-bye.
I love you too, bestie. Bye-bye. See ya, everybody.
See ya. But yeah, I am going to keep streaming for a bit longer. It is sad that Erin had to go, but I would like to, since it is the only stream this week, and I don't know how many times I can stream next week, I would like to keep going just a bit longer. Okay.
あれは誰？
おお、何度も言ってる。ベアトリーチェ。
マリアは以前にベアトリーチェと会ったことがあるの？
毎年会ってる。
Every year.
毎年この六軒島のお屋敷で
おう
じゃわからないでしょ。
Rosa was scared shitless when she met Beato.
そうなの？
She actually saw her using magic and everything.
いつから会ってるの？何年前から？
わかんない。
わからない？どうして？去年？一昨年？
もっと前から。
Rosa was astonished. Only the Oshinomiya family mansion existed on this island, so there was no way that there were any humans other than themselves on this island. And yet, Maria said that she had been meeting with this suspicious woman every year during the family conference. If what Maria said was the truth, then that strange woman called Beatrice had been at the family conference every year. That's insane. Is she saying that some eerie woman was at the family conference every year and none of us ever noticed it? Even though Rosa had just met her herself a couple of hours ago in the rose garden, she was overcome with a strange emotion which told her not to accept that existence. What in the world did I meet with earlier today in the rose garden as the typhoon grew closer and the winds blew strong?
あなたは毎年彼女と会ってると言ったわね。会って何をしてるの？
お歌を歌ったり、魔法を習ったり、魔法陣の書き方も習うの。
そう、それはすごいわね。マリアがよく自由帳に落書きじゃない、魔法陣を書いたりしてるわよね。それも彼女に教えてもらったの？
ベアトリーチェにね、お手本書いてもらうの。ほらほら、見て見て。
Maria joyfully fished around in her handbag. Then she drew out a single notebook and began opening to that page. Most of the pages were covered with drawings that were literally scribbles. All of them were occult-like things, and while it might sound rude to Maria, who was joyfully flipping through the pages, they were all creepy. Yeah, she's a witch apprentice, just like in Ojamaju Doremi.
ベアトリーチェが書いてくれた。
On each page Maria opened to, there was another eerie magic circle that had been drawn. Furthermore, at a glance, Rosa realized that Maria hadn't drawn them. The strength of the strokes, the thickness of the lines, how clean the shape was. This by itself wasn't enough to guess the background of the person who had written it, but it was enough for Rosa to understand that it was definitely someone older than Maria. Rosa had to accept it now. There really was a person on this Rokkenjima that she herself hadn't known existed until now. And this person had come to the family conference every year to play with Maria.
マリア、その魔女のベアトリーチェはここに住んでいるの？それとも私たちのように島の外に住んでいるの？
ベアトリーチェは六軒島の魔女だからこの島に住んでる。
じゃあ親族会議のない日にはこの島にいる？じゃわからないでしょ。どうなの
？She's so mean. Obviously, sounds a lot like so she should understand that it means yes. Sprout, hi, hello, Konniya. Thank you so much for coming. Unfortunately, Erin had to go just like 5 or so minutes ago, so you just missed her. Since it is Easter, she's having a family dinner later on, so she still needs to bake the lemon cake for the dinner, so she had to leave early. But I'm so glad you're here. Ooh. What in the... I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. How long has this unknown witch been living on this island? I used to live on this island. I lived on this island, passing the time in the mansion in the rose garden. And even so, I never encountered a witch like that. Never. Supposedly. I hope you're having a good old time learning Life 2D. I'm so excited to see more of your animations.
Mama, どうしたの? Mama.
Doing boing boings. I was probably getting a little mixed up with my memories from when I was a young girl. When I was a young girl, unlike Maria, I was very frightened of the witch. So for me, the name Beatrice was a synonym for something frightening. So surely, my feeling of fear from my days as a young girl has been revived because a woman calling herself that has appeared. She couldn't be a witch. She's obviously a human calling herself Beatrice, right? That's right. That witch entrusted me with an envelope. What in the world could that be? Rosa pulled that Western-style envelope out of her pocket. It was the Western-style envelope which bore the Ushinomiya family crest, which Kinzo used on his personal letters. And it had been sealed with the red sealing wax by the head's ring, which Kinzo held. Which meant this envelope belonged to the Ushinomiya family. In other words, it was from father. Did she meet Beatrice perhaps? Yeah, last week during the last stream, Rosa met with Beatrice and actually even saw her do magic to fix Maria's candy that Rosa has stomped on in her burst of rage. That's right. I'm sure she said to read this aloud at dinner. What in the world could be written inside? An uncertainty gripped Rosa, as if opening this envelope would release a ridiculous object of misfortune. Your kiddo being obsessed with a wicked being from your childhood. It is pretty scary, like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you spend your childhood being warned that, like, I don't know, Satan is out there watching your every step, tempting you with, sins and whatnot. And then you grow up and you're like, yeah, I'm okay now. I'm an adult. And then your child grows up to be a Satanist. Like, that's basically what's happening. However, at the same time, a little curiosity sprouted up. Sprout mentioned. Causing her to want to find out what was written inside before the other siblings. Using common sense, one could guess that a huge resolution somehow related to father's inheritance was probably written inside. Has your week went while was resting? It did go well until in the middle of it, I got like a really bad headache. I think I've been spending a bit too much time playing games on computer during this week. So I've been trying to cut down on that. So yeah, I've been getting like dizzy in the past few days. So I really don't know if I'm gonna stream next week, but I do currently plan to stream Planet Zoo sometime next week. Where did I put it? What? There we go. yeah, next week I would absolutely love to stream Planet Zoo. I'm going to, oh, thank you for petting me. I'm planning to do a stream where I start my own Planet Zoo franchise, building the first zoo in the franchise from scratch, from completely blank state. It's like a really good game. Did I get it gifted in the end? I did not, but I maybe you saw I did post about chibi commissions. I essentially took a couple chibi commissions just to buy this game, and it's been an absolute blast. It's been so fun. So I would really love to play it next week, but I'll be honest, I will never prioritize streams over my well-being. So if I'm not feeling right, I will just not stream at all until I feel better. I'm sure you would prefer that as well. But yeah, hopefully I will feel better. I will let you know if I decide when I'm going to stream it. Well, I really appreciate the sentiment, and also I did not get all of the DLCs. I did get a couple of them as a part of a package on Steam. And the DLCs for it are $10 per one. So I will definitely make like a custom chat command to show my like Steam friend code and whatnot, so that if you're so inclined to buy me 1 or 2 DLCs, that would be like already wonderful. Like, I know it's a very costly game, but like I'm glad I could afford like even a couple of DLCs and the game itself. It's so fun. It looks so good. The animals are so well animated, and like you can actually see the fur on them. It's amazing. I'm sure you will love the stream as much as I love playing it. Reminds you of Zoo Tycoon. I used to be a huge Zoo Tycoon kid. I played both Zoo Tycoon 1 and 2, and then the third one rolled around before 2020. I don't remember, like a couple years before 2020, and it was such a huge disappointment that I kind of like gave up on the franchise for a bit. And then Planet Zoo came in, and it's like everything and more that I wanted from Zoo Tycoon 3. Because like in Zoo Tycoon 3, you can't even like really customize the exhibits with the animals. It's like preset barriers and stuff. Like, it's really disappointing. Planet Zoo is like the opposite. The micromanagement, depth, and the amount of detailing you can do is completely insane. Like, it's pretty overwhelming to me as a beginner player, but I have been playing it like all this week until I literally felt sick. So I'm trying to catch back on it right now until I feel good enough to stream it. Okay, yeah, just so excited. Hi Aardvark, thank you so much for lurking. We can totally make an Aardvark exhibition at the zoo. They are so cute. They were one of the first animals in one of my other zoos, and one of my like very first zoos. They are so cute. Okay, let's get back to Umineko. I'm just so excited! It's an amazing game. Actually, since she had been made to hold it by a woman who called herself Beatrice, there was no way that wasn't related. Did it mean that this person wants not just the 4, but a total of 5 people to be included in the inheritance? I needed a large sum of money, and I couldn't wait long. I felt like a sinful daughter for discussing the distribution of father's inheritance while he was still alive. However, This was no time to keep everything pretty. And I was even consulting with Rudolf Nissan and Eva Nesang in order to get some money out of Kraus Nissan. With myself in this situation, I can't help but foresee misfortune. What could be written in here? I'm sure there must be something frightening written. Shall I first read it secretly myself? I do think if she does end up opening the letter, the others will just not believe that it was like sealed with the Had's ring and whatever. Like if she ends up opening the letter, the others might, I mean, they already did suspect it in the first timeline, so this will just make things worse. The witch had requested it be done at the dinner table when everyone was gathered. However, didn't that just mean that she could have read it aloud herself at the dinner table? Why did she go to all the trouble of entrusting it to me? In other words, was it because it didn't matter whether I secretly read it beforehand? Rosa on that copium. It would be better to secretly read the contents first. I understand that it would be breaking my promise, but this is no longer the time to keep things pretty. When was Rosa ever about keeping things pretty? It would probably be good to discuss it with Eva Nesang and Rudolf Nisang, depending on the contents. Nesang and the rest are always really good thinkers when it comes to this kind of thing. Rosa swiping her forehead, trying to choose between both buttons. Real and true. When I gulped and put my hand to the red sealing wax, something suddenly pulled on my sleeve and I let out a small scream. Well, Maria was there when she made a promise, so she'll probably get hella mad.
Maria なの。驚かせないで。何？
おー。ダメ。
Here comes. The same sign of misfortune as the witch appeared in Maria's expression, sending a tingle up Rosa's spine.
ベアトリーチェはママに、その手紙は晩餐で読みなさいって言った。
Maria jump scare Sunday.
魔女の約束は破っちゃダメだよ。
Creepy ass child.
違うわよ。ちょっと封筒を見ただけじゃない。約束は守るわよ。ママもいつもマリアに約束は守りなさいって言ってるもんね。ママももちろん約束は守るわよ。
Like, obviously, I do not approve of Rosa literally abusing her daughter over and over, but God, gotta be pretty stressful to be Maria's mom.
ママはいいか。
その笑い方可愛くないからやめなさい。
おー。
おー。
そういえばマリアも封筒をもらったわよね。中にはなんて書いてあったの？
開けてない。ベアトリーチェは開ける時が来るまで開けちゃダメって言った。
What, she gave both of them an envelope? Hi, Yuzu! Konniya! Thank you so much for stopping by. So nice to see you. It'd be less stressful if she wasn't such a jerk. I guess so, yes.
だから大事に持ってる。
そう、マリアはベアトリーチェの言うことはちゃんと聞くのね。
Unlike me.
マリアはベアトリーチェの弟子だから、お師匠の言うことはちゃんと聞くの。
Having to raise a cultist child to be like that. Creature. Rosa realized something. Mixed in with Maria's gaze was the light of a person other than Maria. If she broke the rules and opened the envelope here, Beatrice would probably know about it. Because Maria was the witch's discipline. Maria communicated with that witch. Maria did not take her meds. Maria will keep her promise. Oh yeah, she totally would.
Style.
ねえ、ベアトリーチェとお話をしたいんだけど、どうすれば会えるのかしら。
知らない。ベアトリーチェはとても気まぐれだから、いつも突然姿を現すの。マリアからは会う方法を知らない。でもね、いつもマリアのことを見てるの。だからマリアが困っていると、後できっと助けてくれるの。きっとね、姿を消してマリアの近くに隠れてるんだよ。
Maria's longest kihihi.
その笑いをやめなさいといつも言ってるでしょ。
Rosa reflectively hit Maria on the head. I'll be real with you, there is no reflex in a good parent to slap their child. That put a stop to Maria's laughing voice, but it wasn't able to erase the color of misfortune that had risen to those eyes. Rosa swore. She swore that at least until they left this island, she must not leave Maria alone. She couldn't allow an unknown being to make direct contact with her daughter anymore. Oh, you so love my new outfit. Thank you. My pretty dress. I love it a lot too. I love the ruffles. They're so cute. Erin's not here, so I stand on the table. My city now.
マリア、戻ってこねえな。またローザおばさんに叱られてるのかな。
Oh, thank you so much. You're being so nice to me. Erin not here to tell the cat to get off the table, literally. Since they had met Maria in the airport, she had been romping around about Halloween the whole time. But maybe she had cut loose a little too much and acted a little too boisterous on the plane, on the boat, and during lunch, because Rosa had warned her several times. In times like that, Rosa Obasan would rarely scold her in front of people. More commonly, she would call Maria into the shadows and scold her when they were alone. So since Maria had been called off somewhere, they thought she must be getting scolded. When they looked at the clock, they realized that it was almost 6 p.m. They couldn't really imagine that Maria had been scolded this whole time. Maybe it was time for some anime she watched every week to start? She had probably stayed in the mansion's parlor the whole time.
ひょっとすると、バトラ様がお目覚めになって一緒に遊ばれているのかもしれませんね。
マリアちゃんにとってバトラ君は新しい友達のような感じだったろうからね。そのバトラ君と飛行場でハロウィンごっこをするのがきっととても楽しかったんだよ。
バトラもずいぶんはしゃいでたな。あいつ図体はでかくなったってのに中身は昔から全然変わらねえぜ。
そうですね。バトラ様は6年前のままでいてくださった気がします。
シャノンは6年前のバトラ君のこと覚えてるんだ。
ええ、何しろ大層お元気な方でしたから。
僕も6年前に4人で遊んだことを思い出すよ。シャノンはだいぶお姉さん風だったね。
そうだな。今よりしっかりしてた気がするぜ。
それはあの頃はそのいろいろと 失礼いたしました。
いいよ、そんな礼儀云々は。仕事中はともかく、こうして休み時間に過ごす時の僕らはあの頃から変わらない。
そうだぜ。使用人のシャノンとオフの時の作用は使い分けていいだろ。奴隷じゃないんだぜ。使用人の仕事をしてるだけじゃないかよ。私はシャノンとは、作用とは一番古い友人だと思ってるぜ。
Aw, even Jessica is starting to call her Sayo.
ありがとうございます、お嬢様。
It seemed that Shannon understood the hidden meaning behind Jessica's words. Because she had heard a little bit about Jessica's and Kanon's history from both of them. Apparently Georgia has also been informed about that history, more or less. Shannon really loves to tell everything to George, huh? As George approached the window, he looked up at the darkening rainy sky.
カノン君はまだ幼いのに考え方が少し背伸びしてるところがあると思うんです。
いや、もうよしてくれよ。まあ私も雰囲気に流されてたところはあったと思うしさ。
The cultural festival scenes with Jessica and Kanon were so cute and weird and fun.
まあシャノンたちのことを見てちょっと羨ましいとか思って気がせいていたところもあったかもしれない。
Weird as in awkward.
私のことなんかどうでもいいだろ。それよりジョージ兄さんたちの方はどういう感じなんだよ。だいぶいい感じなんだろ。
どうなんでしょう。
とてもいい感じだよ。
Shannon was lost for words, her face red, while George answered brightly and immediately. That carefree attitude made it obvious that their relationship was proceeding so perfectly it would make anyone envious.
焼けるぜ。ってことはシャノンもそのうち寿退社ってわけなんだ。
どうなんでしょう。私には
どうなんだろうね。僕にもわからないね。
George laughed like he was being mean and drew closer to Shannon. It was probably the way they usually flirted when they were alone. Jessica could only smile bitterly and say, "Yes, yes, thank you, that's enough."
僕には夢がある。
Yeah, I think Indy already counted the first yawn.
それは一国一城の主になりたいというビジネス的な野望だけじゃない。生涯を共にできる伴侶と幸せな家族を築きたいという夢もある。子供は最低でも2人欲しいとか、家族で一緒にできるスポーツをしたいねとか、他にもいろいろ。そんな話をよくシャノンとはするよ。こんなことを話すといつもシャノンには気が早いですねと笑われるんだけど、僕はこの年のうちからもうなぜか落ち着いた老後のことを考えてしまうんだよ。元気に成長した子供たちと駆け回る孫たちと。
Yeah, they're not even married yet.
そういうものに囲まれていつまでもシャノンと2人ゆっくりと余生を送れたらなって。
I should drink water. I haven't been drinking water. I hope I stop being dizzy soon.
そりゃ確かに気の早い話だぜ。でもなんていうのか、ジョージ兄さんらしい話だな。
Why? Why in the world would we need a metal pipe now?
そんな家族に囲まれたらさぞ素敵でしょうね。
The ideal family that I've painted in my mind is something like, oh, that is her still talking. to Shannon, who had been raised in an orphanage, that harmonious image of a family was probably something she yearned after. And George, who promised that he would definitely grant that wish for her, was surely a fitting person for her to spend her life with. Shannon was an important friend to Jessica. George was surely the one most fit to entrust that friend's future to.
まあ、水を差すわけじゃねえけど、秀吉おじさんはともかく、エヴァおばさんとかどうなわけ?
Yeah, Eva would be totally against her precious single son marrying a servant.
説得は大変じゃないの?
そんなことは誰も気にする必要はないよ。
Eva with a shotgun. Hi, Charlie.
I'm making you cookies.
You're making me cookies?
Try the dough. It tastes bizarrely exactly like Oreos.
It does taste exactly like Oreos.
Found a recipe online. Hi, everyone. Happy Trans Day of Visibility.
Happy Trans Day of Visibility. Everyone perceive Charlie now.
Perceive me!
The only day of the year where you can see trans people.
Mm-hmm. And they're everywhere.
僕が誰を伴侶に選ぶかは誰にもはばかられない。
That cookie dough tastes exactly like Oreos, for real, for real. Like, I don't mean it in a gross way, but since it's just dough, it feels like, you know, like chewed up Oreos. Like when you sit here munching on Oreos, like it tastes exactly like that.
シャノンは僕が幸せにする。それに誰の許可が?
Chewed up Oreos. Well, it is what it is. It's uncooked dough.
ジョージ兄さん、かっこいいぜ。よくそんな恥ずかしいセリフを堂々と。昔の兄さんはそういうキャラじゃなかったと思ったんだけどな。
A few days ago, Charlie and I went to watch the sunset off like a balcony at a mall. Yeah, like there's a mall right next to the beach. So if you sit at the mall balcony, there's like a really wonderful view. We do love watching the sunset at the beach itself, but sometimes it's nice to watch it from up high. And we went to a cafe at the mall for the first time. There's just like, since it's a mall, there's like a shit ton of different food places, a food court, all that stuff. So it was our first time at that particular one. And I ordered waffles and they were so yummy. The waffles were like perfectly crispy. It was topped with banana slices and chocolate sauce. And also I had a scoop of pistachio ice cream on top. Like, it was like so yummy delicacy. It was so good.
男子、3日合わざれば刮目して待つべし。さ、僕だって成長する。シャノンを幸せにするために、僕はもっともっと勉強して、ふさわしい男に成長するつもりだよ。
Did George even realize how embarrassing the words coming out of his mouth were? His face turned very slightly red and he scratched his head.
ジョージさん。
大丈夫。母さんは確かにごねるかもしれないけど、僕に任せておけばいい。
Lovebirds.
親族全員に、君が僕の伴侶だと認めさせてみせる。
すっげえな。
I'm so excited to try the cookies Charlie's making once they're done.
シャノンが羨ましいぜ、まったく。
そこまで言ってもらえて、恐縮です。
So cute.
っていうかよ、私はお邪魔虫なんじゃないかって気がしてきたぜ。
Third wheel, Jessica. For real.
席を外した方がいいか?
When Jessica stood up from the bed she had been sitting on, smiling bitterly, at that very moment the phone rang. Before Jessica picked up the receiver, wondering what business they could have, Shannon looked at the clock, taken aback. Somehow or another, it seemed that she had taken too long on her break.
すみません。私、お勤めの時間を忘れ、これで失礼します。
At the same time that Jessica picked up the phone, Shannon began dashing out of the room.
シャノン、また、いつもの時間に、いつも。
はい。失礼します。
もしもし、ジェシカです。ああ、ゲンジさん。はい。シャノンは今そっちに戻ってますよ。私たちが引き止めちゃったんです。叱らないでやってください。はい。
そっか、もうじき夕飯の準備の時間なんだね。
Many plates were lined up on the counter in the kitchen. Preparations for dinner were proceeding steadily. The number of plates that were lined up there was 19. That number was one more than were lined up during the family conference every year. Genji did what's the word? He did like welcome Beatrice into the mansion, so obviously he knows she's here.
納得できません。どうして私が直接お届けに上がってはならないのですか?
Goda-san flared up at Genji, paying no heed to the pot that was boiling over. The master enjoyed having his food alone in his study, so the food needed to be set out in the study. However, this always happened. Goda-san really wanted to set the table for the master with his own hands, as he had put his heart and soul into his cooking. But the master had imposed a strict rule that none but the servants bearing the golden eagle crest could enter his study. So while Goda-san could greet the master from outside the study, not once had he been granted the honor of carrying his cooking into the study. Goda-san was always unsatisfied with this. Of course, he was a newcomer in terms of years of service. However, he had piled up plenty of experience from his previous jobs, and he was strongly confident that he would always be able to perform in front of Kinzo in a way that would not insult him. And yet, just because he was not permitted the Golden Eagle, he still hadn't been blessed with this honor. You can probably imagine what damage that did to his pride. I really don't like Goda. Goda-san is not in the cool servants club. True. You might think that tonight was another repeat of that, but it wasn't. Because tonight, there was a person other than Master who wanted their food carried to their room. Apparently, this person was a very rare and honored guest, and there had been a strict order to treat this person in the same manner as the Master, who was the family head. Goda-san must have wanted to earn some points by serving this honored guest with his own hands, because he was a person of strong vanity. If he wasn't qualified to serve the master, then at least a guest of the same rank. He couldn't have made time during lunch no matter what, so Kanon-san had gone for him. Therefore, he truly desired to serve tonight's food, the best dinner of the year. But Genji-san had a problem with that. Something about how Goda-san didn't have the Golden Eagle. After being scolded that he wasn't qualified again, Goda-san had lost his patience. So hard, trending Goda-san. I cannot do anything more than watch like this from the shadows. I guess this is Kumasawa-san POV.
熊沢さん、油を売っている暇があったら食堂の準備をしてきてください。テーブルクロスは大丈夫ですか？
これは失礼を。
Boing! Beatrice! Hi Z, so nice to see you again. Thank you so much for coming. Konniya. When it became her turn to bear the brunt, Kumasawa softly disappeared into the hall.
ベアトリーチェ様は親方様と全く同格のお方です。ルールも親方様のそれと同じものを尊ばなくてはならん。ゴーダは自分の仕事に専念し、親族の皆さんのお相手をするよう。
Erin not joining you today. She was here earlier, but she had to dip early since it is Easter and she's having a family dinner later, so she has to get there early, and also she's cooking a lemon cake for the dinner. But like, I'm honestly thankful that she joined me today at all. She's so sweet for accommodating our streams. Hello. Oh, you kiss?
そのようなお客様相手に源氏さんならともかくこんな子供を行かせていいのですか。もし何かの粗相があったら失礼にあたります。確かに彼らの年季は長いですが、しかるべきところで修行をしたことがあるわけじゃない。
But yeah, next week Erin also has plans during the weekend, so unfortunately we had to cancel next week's stream. But that's also why she didn't want to cancel 2 streams in a row. That's why she still came in today, even for like an hour. She's so nice. I would love to, at the very least, stream Silent Hill and Planet Zoo next week. I hope I feel good enough. I hope my dizziness goes away.
正直に申し上げて、お客様に接する基礎ができていないのです。
Yeah, I think she said she's going to see sun eclipse with her friend next week. That sounds so amazing. Even though Shannon was waiting there in the kitchen, Goda spoke so bluntly. Shannon was the one who Genji had ordered to carry the food to Beatrice's room. By the ranking system among the servants permitted to the Golden Eagle, Shannon was surely the second highest ranked. If the highest ranked Genji went to set the table in Kinzo's room, then it fell to Shannon to set the table in Beatrice's room. Goda's pride was always horribly injured when he was shown this ranking system. In times like that, he would speak out bluntly and rudely about Shannon and Kanon. Goda kept raising examples of which one of Shannon's failures until now, making a ruckus about how this was wrong and that was wrong. He's so annoying! Stop giving Shannon a hard time. She did nothing wrong. Also, I'll be real with you, Goda. You do not want the Golden Eagle because that means, you know, that you're furniture. Shannon, who listened to this and hung her head in shame, heard Kanon's voice from behind her. Kanon had heard everything, having approached from a blind spot in the hall along the wall near the entrance to the kitchen. He probably knew that if he entered the kitchen, sparks would start to fly his way.
言わせておきなよ。
Think furniture is suffering. Yeah.
最低の男だ。
You're so right, Kanon.
でも接待の基礎の勉強になるし、ゴーダさんはたくさん勉強してるからとても参考に。
姉さんは優しいね。
それより貴賓室のお客様がベアトリーチェ様だというのは本当なの？
うん、昼食の配膳に行かされた時にあった。間違いなくあいつだったよ。
そう、お元気そうだった？
Shannon and Kanon's experiences being so vastly different with Beatrice is really sad but also hilarious. Kanon remembered that he and Shannon had different impressions about Beatrice. To Shannon, Beatrice was a cupid of love who had granted her magic to create her relationship with George. Judging by the expression that rose to her face, it looked like she couldn't wait to inform Beatrice of how her relationship with George had progressed. However, Kanan already knew that Witch had come here with a terrifying goal in mind. That vague witch that only they had been able to see in the past had now walked in openly through the front door and had revived enough that they could now carry food to her. In the past, when she had disappeared from in front of Kanon, the witch had said something about how her own power was still weak. Did that mean that the witch, who could not appear openly like this, had finally returned to her former power? And she had said that. She had definitely said that she had known of his failure and had sown the seeds of love. She had said something else. She had definitely said that the day on which the door to the Golden Land would be open had finally come.
シャノン、あいつは親方様と何かの怪しげな儀式をし、きっと想像もできない恐ろしいことをする。それには誰も抗えない。
何の話なの？
あいつはやってきたんだ。親方様が求めた黄金鏡の扉を開き、全てを黄金鏡に戻すために。あいつは僕に確かにそう言った。
In the past, the two of them, as furniture working for Kenzo, had been told that opening the door to the Golden Land meant. Therefore, even without asking a single question in response, Shannon understood everything. So she grew deeply hopeless. Something tore at Kanon's heart as he looked at that expression twisted with grief.
そんな、どうして今になって。
だから言ったんだ。僕らは家具だって。人間の真似事なんかして恋なんかするから。僕たちの役目の終わるこの日を素直に受け入れられない。
いつかこの日が訪れることをかつては願ってた。でもいつまで経っても訪れなくて、私たちはいつまで家具として苦しめばいいのかわからない。だから私、安息の日なんて永遠に訪れないんだって。
It's so weird whenever the BGM changes, it goes back to 100. Yeah, I really don't know if there's a fix for that. So I can only change that manually. Because it's so dang loud.
僕だってそう思ってたさ。でも必ずいつか訪れるって僕は信じてた。だから僕は家具としての自覚を忘れなかったんだ。なのに姉さんは忘れた。
私が悪いのね。私が。
ああ、姉さんが悪い。
No, siblings are fighting.
姉さんさえ恋を覚えなかったら。
Wait, give me a sec.
僕たちはようやく訪れた今日を喜び合うはずだった。姉さんがくだらない未練を作ってしまったんだ。必ず去らなければならない世界なのに。
儀式は今夜始まるの。
あとあいつは僕に言った。今夜ジョージ様は姉さんに婚約指輪を贈るだろうって。
This was a fact. George should have snuck in an engagement ring in his pocket today. Wait, let me drink some water. And surely he would hand it over tonight.
あいつは姉さんとジョージ様を第二の番の生贄に使うつもりで二人の仲をくっつけたんだ。わかる？姉さんはあいつにそそのかされた上 利用されたんだよ。
そうだったの。考えたこともなかったわ。
でもあいつは言ったよ。もし今夜その婚約指輪を受け取らなかったなら、姉さんを生贄に選ばないと約束した。僕たちが揃って黄金鏡へ行ける確率はとても低いと思う。13人が生贄になる。生き残るのは5人だけ。その中に僕たち2人が入れる確率は本当に低い。でも姉さんだけでもその約束が得られるなら確率はもっと上がる。僕はかけたいんだ。黄金鏡には救いがある。僕たちはそこへたどり着き人間を手に入れるんだ。そして姉さんと2人で人間としての人生を歩みたいんだよ。そうすれば本当のできるかもしれない。
かつての私たちは黄金鏡へ行けることを夢見てたね。そこへ行けばどんな願いでも叶う私たちをこの苦しみから救ってくれる、そう信じてた。
However, in this ceremony, only a few people decided by fate and chance would be invited to the Golden Land. Everyone else would lose their life as a sacrifice midway through the ceremony. However, in the past, Shannon and Kanon had thought that whether they reached the Golden Land or were made sacrifices, they would still be released from their duties as furniture. So in other words, the ceremony would definitely give release to furniture like them.
僕は嫌だ。これまでの辛かった分を姉さんと取り戻したい。生贄なんてごめんだ。僕と姉さんは生き残る。そして2人で黄金鏡へたどり着く。だから姉さんを第二の番の生贄になんかさせない。頼むよ姉さん。あの男の指輪を受け取らないで。それを受け取らなければあいつは姉さんを生贄には選ばないと約束してくれた。
それはできないよ。
シャナン
今夜の指輪はとても特別なもの。それを受け取らないことは私の心が許さない。
姉さん、儀式の生贄は魔女が気まぐれに決めることになってる。その魔女が姉さんだけは見逃すと約束してくれたんだよ。姉さんだけは絶対に黄金鏡へ行けるんだ。
私だけ？カノン君は？
僕は魔女のゲームで十分さ。あいつの魔女なんかかいくぐってやる。僕は無力じゃない。わずかの確率を無理やり掴み取ってやる。僕たちのせいなんて所詮は仮初めじゃないか。本当の人生を始めるために僕たちは黄金鏡へたどり着こう。そして人間を手に入れよう。
Oh, Chad, we're really in it now.
そうしたらさ、僕も姉さんみたいにもう家具だからって人を泣かせずに済むかな。僕はもう家具は嫌だ。絶対にこんな苦しみから絶対に。
There were tears in Kanon's eyes. By now, Kanon had noticed Shannon hadn't been the only one to know and suffer the taste of love. He had, too. The tears Jessica had shown him that day, and Jessica's pitiful face as she tried to smooth things over and brighten her mood until today, had slowly wrought some kind of change on Kanon's heart without him knowing it.
シャノン、さっきから呼んでいる。
Shannon was taken aback by Genji's sudden voice. Apparently, she had been called for repeatedly. She hurriedly answered. When she turned back, Kanon had disappeared. It seemed he didn't feel like showing his tears to anybody.
はい。ぼんやりしていてすみません。
昼食はカノンに頼んだが、本来は私の次の序列のお前が運ぶべきものだ。 ベアトリーチェ様は当家の最高の賓客だ。それ以上の賓客はいない。もう一人の親方様と思い、丁重に。
よろしいですか。くれぐれも粗相のないようにお願いしますよ。経験の未熟なあなたに託すのは非常に心苦しいですが、くれぐれも頼みますよ。
Goda had officially agreed, but he threatened Shannon with an expression that told her that he definitely wouldn't forgive any mistakes. Shannon thought that Goda should just go if he wanted to that much, but she thought of her responsibilities as one who had been granted the Golden Eagle and had to give up. And I wanted to meet Beatrice. What will I talk about? What will I ask? I don't know. Will this be a meeting of gratitude? Or else grief? Or else what? I don't know. Shannon piled the witch's food onto the serving cart and left the kitchen with a slow gait. The person who knocked was Kraus.
お父さん、今日は年に一度の親族会議です。お父さんを一目見ようと兄弟が揃ったのではありませんか。
黙れ。出ぬと言っている。源氏、そこにいるのであろう。なぜ私の指示した通りに食事をここへ運ばせんのか。
Kenzo screamed across the door. Genji was waiting behind Kraus.
お食事は書斎へ運べるよう。ただ、クラウス様が今夜はどうか下へ降りていただきたいと。
お父さん、毎日とは言いません。せめて今夜だけでも家族で揃ってはくれませんか。
Honestly, like, I know it's been a whole thing about Kenzo not going downstairs to eat dinner with everyone, but can you imagine him actually going? Can you imagine the atmosphere and conversations that they would be having if Kenzo was and did downstairs?
誰が家族か。貴様はいつから生き倒れを待つハゲタカたちを家族と呼ぶようになったのか。腐りて湧き出すウジ虫を家族と呼ぶようになったのか。
Like, he would literally be saying all of that, which he just said, except to all of their faces, not just Kraus. And also in front of their children. In front of his grandchildren. Kraus shrugged at this answer, which he had half expected.
源氏、言われた通りに食事をここへ運べ。なぜ言うことを聞かぬ。なぜ。
Shut up, old man.
源氏さん、後を頼みます。もうあの人に私の声は届かんね。
Kraus gave his hat a small shake and quickly turned his back on the door to the study. He had only called out for the siblings' sake, even though he knew it was useless. After Genji watched Kraus go down the stairs, he called again across the door.
親方様、お食事を運ぶ準備はできております。南條先生の分はいかがいたしますか。
Nanjo's figure was in the study. Because Kenzo had strongly pestered him about resolving their long-lasting chess game, Nanjo had been Kenzo's opponent since before evening. Nanjo had announced as a doctor that Kenzo's days were numbered. In that situation, if Kenzo pestered him about finishing a chess game while he was still alive, Nanjo couldn't refuse. Yeah, Kenzo really needs to be dragged out of his shut-in room. Hikikomori Kenzo. Kenzo was thinking deeply about his move, concentrating more than usual. It had been Kenzo's turn for quite some time, and Nanjo, who was tired of waiting, had randomly pulled out a book on magic that he couldn't understand and was skimming it.
金蔵さん、盤面を前に腕を組むだけではいい一手は出ませんぞ。一つ休憩をして頭をリフレッシュしてみるのもいいのではありませんかな。
黙れ。守りはこれで十分か。ビショップやナイトに隙間を突かれはしないか。
Today, Kinzo was insistent on a strong defense. Normally, Kinzo's motto was that offense was the best defense. However, today was completely the opposite. Nia judging me silently. I didn't mean to.
ここいらで中断しませんか。それに休みなく頭を回転させておりましたから、もう頭がクラクラです。これ以上は私も最善手をさせるとは限りませんぞ。
それは困る。チェスは互いに常に最善手を指さねばならぬ。そうでない一手は理解に苦しみ、思考を読むゲームを狂わせてしまう。それでは今日を著しくそぐというものだ。
Kinzo sighed deeply and finally shifted his gaze away from the board. Chess needed an opponent. If that opponent was tired and was trying to suspend the game, too bad.
確かにチェスの目的は勝利を目指すことで、互いにそのために最善手を指す。そしてそれを読み合う知的ゲームです。ですが、勝利以外にもう一つ目的があることを金蔵さんはお忘れではありませんかな。
なんだと？勝利以外にどんな目的があるというのか。
金蔵さんがそんなこともお忘れとは。チェスを通し、親友と楽しい時間を過ごす。
Yeah, I don't think Kinzo cares about that. I mean, his two best friends are Nanjo and Genji, and you see how he treats them. So having fun with his friends is not exactly on Kinzo's bucket list.
ですぞ。
参ったな。それは確かずいぶん昔に私がお前に言った言葉だったはず。これは参った。
Kinzo, who normally wore a frown, surprisingly relaxed his face and laughed. Nanjo felt like he had been reunited with a close friend he hadn't seen in a long time. Aww, this is kind of sweet. Like, Kinzo is usually so obsessed with, you know, who... But sometimes we get to see glimpses of Kinzo before he became, you know, crazy old man.
そういうことです。一本取られたついでに、どうです？私と下に降りて食事と行きませんかな。食後にコーヒーと一緒にカスパロフの中盤についての議論でもいかがです？
良い提案だが遠慮する。私はもうこの部屋から出られない。儀式は始まっているのでな。
そうですか。では私はお腹もペコペコですからな。下へ降りることにします。
Old man yaoi is happening.
気が向いたらいつでも。
南條ありがとう。
Oh, I never thought I would hear Kinzo say those words.
おや、何の礼ですかな？
お前とのチェスの決着はつかなかったが、私が忘れていたチェスの目的はどうやら果たせたらしい。それはどうもチェックメイトと同じくらい重要なものである。
らしくもない。
Cookies! Thank you, Charlie. Charlie brought the cookies and they were made in those paw print molds that I have. They're so cute. Thank you.
Try one.
What's this inside?
Melted chocolate.
Oh my god, melted chocolate inside?
Yeah. Do they still taste like Oreos? Yep. They taste exactly like Oreos.
Yeah, they do taste like Oreos.
Anyone ask me, or I guess ask Nia to ask me for the recipe if you want to make homemade Oreos, because it's pretty uncanny.
I love the melted chocolate inside.
I thought you would.
I would not expecting that.
That's why I turned this one over so you wouldn't see the little bit peeking out. I wanted it to be a surprise when you bit in.
So yummy.
Well, there's more where that came from. Let me know.
Thank you.
何の干渉ですかな。
お前が言ったのではないか。
This is delicious.
私には余命がないと。もう行け。そしてもうこの部屋へ来るな。続きは黄金鏡であろう。
いいですが、仕切り直しですぞ。ルークが落ちてしまったのは痛手ですのでな。それでは後ほど。
ああ、後ほどな。黄金鏡か煉獄か。
He's so dramatic.
あるいは次の世で。
Let me finish that cookie. So yummy. Will you show us the cookie? I eat it. But I do definitely have like it's pretty soft dough, so it does not hold the shape of the paw as good. But I do have an older picture of the cookies I made with that mold. My friend Violet gifted me these. Oh, that's not it. Yeah, I really love these molds. Like, they are so cute. They are really nice silicone molds. So it's like really easy to use and to clean. But yeah, they are like basically like the cookies Charlie made are basically this, except the dough is slightly more soft. I love using these. Brings me joy. Nanjo didn't say anything beyond that, and with a practiced hand, he pushed the button on the table that would release the autolock. Then after looking at Kinzo's back one last time, he left the study. As he did, Genji's voice came from the hall.
それでは親方様、これより夕食をお運びいたします。
最後の晩餐になるやもしれぬ。味わわねばな。準備を頼む。
かしこまりました。親方様のご準備の方は万端となりましたか。
この部屋を今日までとえ旗への結界で厳重に包んだ。あれのルーレットが私を選ぼうとも必ずや弾き返す。そして生き残り黄金鏡へたどり着くうちの一人は絶対に私となる。私を冥府へ連れ去ろうとする死神どもの来訪をも拒もうぞ。
失礼します。お食事の準備に参りました。
Shannon entered the VIP room, bowing her head and pushing the serving cart. The young woman by the window, gazing out into the darkness, where nothing should have been visible was definitely that witch.
今度はシャノンか。懐かしいな。ほう、顔色がだいぶ良くなったではないか。カノンとは違うな。見違えたぞ。
ありがとうございます。
Shannon solemnly prepared dinner. There were actually several things that she wanted to ask and talk about with the witch, but those things were all jumbled up and she didn't know where to start. Honestly understandable. I mean, she basically just been told that she cannot accept her boyfriend's engagement ring or she will, like, you know, perish. Her heart was also jumbled up with various things, and she didn't even understand her own emotions. Therefore, still remaining vague, she could only do her job indifferently. However, the witch guessed that was in her heart. What was in her heart? You couldn't hide things from a witch.
謝らぬぞ。わらわは魔女だからな。
何がでしょう。
ほうや、カノンから聞かされたであろう。そなたの恋路を助けたのはわらわの単なるいたずら心。いかにしてこじれ、ねじれ、破綻するかを鑑賞するためにまいた種に過ぎぬと。
恋はするより聞く方が楽しい方もおられるでしょう。
まさかわらわに感謝しようというのではあるまいな。
はい、あなたが私にどんな下心があって恋の魔法を授けたとしても、あなたが私に与えてくれたものは変わらない。
They have such a difficult relationship.
私は恨んだりしません。
ふん、やはり家具というのは面白みのない。それを面白く調理するのがわらわの腕の見せ所よな。
Oh, she's cooking! Let her cook!
私にベアトリーチェ様のお考えはわかりません。あなたは私たちなど足元にも及ばない大魔女で、その遠大な資料など想像するにも至りません。でも一つだけ言えることがある。
なんだ。
私に人間を教えてくれてありがとう。あなたが言った私はもう家具じゃない。
黙れ家具。真の人間ならば婚約指輪を受け取ろうという日に告げられた死の宣告に嘆き狂いて踊り出すだろう。なのにそなたはなんだ、達観し全てを受け入れたような顔つきではないか。実に拍子抜けだぞ家具。
いいえ、私は家具じゃない。
黙れ家具。
黙りません。家具ではありませんから。
わらわの命令が聞けぬというか。
家具なら命令に従います。でも人間は命令に従うかどうかを自分で決めます。だから私はあなたの命令に従わない。
I know Umineko is just so long and so wordy, but I just wanted to say I'm honestly like so excited to be playing it, and it takes a long time to catch up with Umineko streams, but the payoff is so good. Like whoever is watching these streams for the first time, like me playing Umineko for the first time, the payoff is just so good.
前言を撤回する。やはり面白いぞ。種をまかねばそなたは何の感情も抱かず儀式に身を任せただろう。しかし今のそなたは実に面白く育ち、それでいい。わらわは退屈を愛さないのだから。
お夕食の準備が整いました。どうぞ。
うん、なかなかうまそうではないか。ゴーダが黄金鏡へたどり着くことがあれば わらわの料理長に任命してやってもよかろう。
Goda doesn't deserve to be there.
カノン君に聞きました。
I'm really glad you enjoy my streams. I'm having such a good time with everyone.
私にジョージさんの婚約を断らせれば私を生贄にしないなんて約束をしたとか。
したぞ。そなたは第二の晩にうってつけの生贄候補だったのだがな。
Oh my god. So it was not even like a foolproof proposal, but solely the second night with the prophecy describing tearing the lovers apart. So like, what's even the point then? If it's not even 100%, then honestly, Kanon's like so in the right now, on the right track.
カノンがそれを許せと泣いて叫ぶので、寛大に聞き入れてやったのよ。そなたが婚約を破棄すればとの条件付きでな。
Beatrice is like an evil genie.
わらわのなんと寛大なことよ。
Granting wishes, but at what cost?
なんてバカな条件。
Oh my god, I really was not expecting Shannon to put her foot down like that.
そしてなんてバカな脅迫。そんなものでカノン君をいじめ抜いたというの。
ほう、わかるのか。
Apparently Shannon had seen through it. Apparently she could imagine how much Kanon had been bullied and humiliated by the witch with that horrible promise as bait.
絨毯に這いつくばらせ、わらわの靴にキスをさせてやったぞ。
Thank you. Charlie brought me another cookie.
I'm so happy you liked it.
They're so yummy.
それだけではない。
They're Oreos.
他にどのような恥ずかしめを与えたか聞きたいか。
Shannon silently shook her head.
あなたという人を私はようやく理解しました。あなたは人をいじめ、惑わせ、困らせて、それを楽しみ、糧にしている。
They had to twist in monkey paw fingers until they cracked. Yeah, basically that.
だから、あなたに抵抗する唯一の方法が、これであると確信した。
なんだ。
Even Shannon doesn't want to be her friend anymore.
あなたなんか知らない。私は、私に与えられた運命を全うする。だから、あなたを面白がらせたりしない。
あなたなんか知らない。
The witch's features twisted in hatred for just an instant. It disappeared immediately. But that expression that rose to her face for only a brief time was unusual for the witch, whose malicious smile hadn't disappeared even once.
そういう抗い方もあるか。面白い。気に入った。殺してやる。
Oh my god.
お前の思い人と一緒にな。
それがあなたが決められた運命ならば、ご随意に。私はそれに怯えたり、逆らったりしません。これから起こる苛烈な運命があなたの意志によるものだなんて信じないから。私たち人間は未来に起こりうる運命など知らない。だからこそ最後の瞬間まで自分の信念と運命に従い精一杯生き抜く。運命はただのサイコロの目。そこに悪意なんて感じない。あなたが吹き込もうと信じない。
ほう。
Hashtag girl boss.
家具をやめたくせに死を恐れぬとはな。それがわらわを退屈させると思っているようだが、それは大きな誤解だぞ。そなたが本当に最後の瞬間までそれを貫けるか。 ますます興味が湧いた。
In the last timeline, we did not really see the moments of people being killed. We only discovered the bodies. Like, they were horrific, but I do have a twisted desire of actually watching, you know, the last moments of the characters before they die. I just want to know. Hi, Kana! So nice to see you again. Thank you so much for coming. Konniya!
私は悔しい。どうしてあなたは人の姿をして私たちの前に現れ、人の言葉で語り、私たちを嘲笑うのか。
It is Easter Day. Happy Easter if you celebrate.
私たちの前に現れず、運命を私たちは最後の一瞬まで精一杯生きられるのに。
それが魔女というものよ。貴様らの運命を食い物に、工事の存在として定時の存在の上に君臨する。そなたらの運命など、所詮はかけら。両手で碗を作ればいくらでも救える。わらわに飼われた肉牛どもが何をほざこうとも、わらわの食卓を楽しませる結果に変わりはせぬのに同じこと。
Oh, you got Chalky Bunny. Nice. Maybe I should take this as an opportunity to draw myself in a bunny suit again. It's been a while.
無力な私たちには、あなたの儀式にも運命にも抗うことなどできない。しかしあなたに今すぐ不愉快な思いをさせることはできる。
People do confuse my ears for bunny ears a lot, so I do think the bunny outfit quite fits me.
ほう。それは何か。
今すぐここを立ち去ることです。
And it's really funny because the two most popular bunny outfit colors are black or red, which are both my colors. Everyone is arguing if Skittles or M&Ms are better, but I think Smarties the best.
あなたの言葉に答えることは全てあなたを楽しませている。あなたの問いかけに答えないことがあなたへ唯一できる抵抗です。
Do you have a 4D style? What does that mean?
なるほどなるほど。一矢報いることはできよう。しかし、わらわを倒すことはできぬぞ。わらわは誰しもを永遠に殺す力を持っている。
I do have a 3D model. Yeah.I used it to make this thumbnail for my stream next week. I'm gonna be playing Planet Zoo. Yeah, I do quite like my 3D model. I did make it with Vroid, but... And then I also edited it in Blender. I recently actually fixed my model's body type up in Blender, so it does actually have a tummy and a little fat roll under, like on the waist. So it looks even cuter now.
永遠に繰り返し殺される輪廻の中で、そなたがいつまでその抵抗をできるのか。忘れるなよ。自らが口にした言葉。
それでは失礼いたします。ご用がありましたらお呼びください。
Shannon is so badass. Shannon gave a reserved bow and faced away. With that gesture, maybe she really had taken a shot back at the witch, just as Beatrice had mentioned. Because when the witch called out again, she sounded a little more quick-tempered than she had before.
カノンはわらわに感謝したぞ。そなたは感謝せぬのか。安息の日をわらわが与えることを。
家具なら安息の日を喜びましょう。ですが、私は人間ですので、だからあなたに感謝することはありません。ご用はそれだけですか？
ジョージから指輪をもらうつもりであろう。受け取れば わらわがカノンと交わしたそなたを生贄に選ばないという約束を破棄すること。
She does seem
忘れ
quite
るな。
agitated now.
まだご用があるなら他のものを来させますので、それでは失礼いたします。
A flat-out interruption. Shannon still hadn't answered her, and the sound of the door closing came instead of an answer. It seemed that Shannon's resistance probably struck far more deeply into the witch than Shannon herself thought, because an expression of hatred once again rose to Beatrice's face. She had made Kanan submit, even though he hadn't been ensnared until the end. And after that, Shannon, who had until now been easily ensnared, refused to submit this time. What is this feeling?
やはりこれは面白いことではないか。
This really taken me by surprise. I mean, they've been so buddy-buddy with Shannon until then, which is like, I know that the promise, not the promise, I know that the love magic that Beatrice had landed her was like a sick little plan from the beginning, but like Shannon, she already knew that from the start. Like, she did not really mind it. She just wanted to be with George and that's it. But she's finally is like taking initiative in her own life. Do you have a Discord server? I do have one. It is not a community server, so you cannot talk there. But you can get notifications about my streams and about my art. And even about fan art of my character. So it is quite convenient for that.
わらわもまだまだ若いか。これだから1000年は生き飽きぬのよ。
I think now is a good time to finish this stream. I don't want to further aggravate my dizziness. So I will leave the actual dinner at the family conference for the next stream. I'm sure Aaron would also love to read that with me. And so, yes, yeah, since I still am having the dizziness problem, I will not really be making a schedule for the next week, but ideally, in perfect world, I would at the very least love to stream Silent Hill and Planet Zoo. So keep an eye open for my notifications Discord, and I hope to see you all next week. Thank you. Yeah, it's like, it's not too awful. Like, I would obviously not stream today if it was. But yeah, gotta take care of myself. I do have quite a few projects being made as well. I'm sure some of you might have seen the Shimeji video I posted. Yeah, I'm working on a custom Niya Shimeji. It is a desktop pet. I can give you a little preview of it. It is not ready. It's only like half done. So a lot of the animations are still of the original Shimeji, but I can totally show you a little bit of it. Let me turn on some music as a backdrop. But yeah, so basically the old original Shimeji project have pretty much been abandoned, and someone took over it and enhanced it, and there is now a window mode. So I can and will actually overlay this Niya desktop pad on my streams, and it's going to be so awesome. Let me find it. Hope you get the Planet Zoo going soon. I am so excited. Okay, let me switch it to window mode. But yeah, it's just gonna be kind of flickering into the original animations of it. I know it's not ideal, but I just want to show you what I have done already. Okay, window mode. And then window capture. Shimeji. Let's get a nice chroma key. Okay. Oh! Here's a little creature! There's a little creature! Oh wait, it's a bit too harsh. The green screen is a bit too harsh. Oh, I see there's one crawling on the... Oh! Yeah, when they start crawling. I have not finished it yet. Let's say... this much. But yeah, I will... I'm just so excited. I'm so excited to finish this thing. Look at it. You can do this. You can just have a little Niya. You can have a little Niya on your desktop. Oh, here comes another one. They can also multiply, by the way. I have not finished the